Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new power bank from a company called INIU. I think I pronounced that correctly. This here is one of the newer generation of power banks that uses a tiny cell technology, which allows them to pack a huge capacity into a smaller package than you are typically used to seeing. So this device here is the INIU Cougar P63-E1, which provides 100 watts of power delivery and a capacity of 25,000 milliamps. So we'll open it up, we'll test it out for size and just test it out from a performance perspective as well. It's typically very hard to find devices that can support 100 watts charging. I probably have only a power bank that can support 100 watts of charging, and we'll do some tests. So there's the device. I'm going to leave that aside. I think it comes in a few different colors, and very nice to see that we get a case included in the package as well. So you've got a really nice soft padded fabric case there with a drawstring that you can keep your power bank safe in, keep it safe from scuffs, etc. A really high quality USB C to C charging cable there. This is going to support 100 watts of power delivery, and then we've got a bit of paperwork there as well. So nothing else in the box. Let's get rid of that quickly. So the power bank itself, as I said, I think it comes in a few different colors. This one here is a very nice lava orange type color that's becoming quite popular with tech products in general. We're no longer seeing black and shiny as the in thing. We're seeing very high vis colors really becoming popular these days. The power bank here is nice and light. Just for comparison, I'm bringing in my old 28600 milliamp hour INIU. Now look at the size difference there. You can see that immediately. This thing is heavy, it's big. Yes, it's capable, but it's humongous, right? So from this also supports 100 watts power delivery, so I'm going to use this to see if I can do 100 watts input and see what we get. I've got a little tester. I'll be surprised if my tester can keep up with this thing. We've got an LCD display, so we're going to just turn it on in a minute and see what that looks like. Supports fast charging, so if this thing is supporting 100 watts in, which it is, 100 watts in and out, then this thing is going to charge extremely quickly, provided you've got a 100 watt power delivery output charger, which I do. So I know that from charging the other power bank, I can charge it extremely quickly. Makes a power bank with this sort of a capacity very useful, because it means you can charge it and have it ready to go on the fly very quickly. And while you're out and about, give you extra runtime on power hungry devices like your laptop or Steam Deck or ROG Ally X or any other device that you're using on the go. Mobile phones are not a problem at all. You're going to get loads of charge cycles out of this for your mobiles as well. So in addition to the 100 watt power delivery port at the top, we've got 45 watt port as well, and then we've also got an 18 watt out from the standard USB-A, so we can charge a total of 3 devices at the same time, albeit while you're charging 3 devices, you're going to get a slowly reduced overall power output. We can look at the actual charging profiles on the back of the device. This may not come out too clear just because of the contrasting colors there, but I think we've captured it there okay. So you can see the 3 output voltages there, and the profile on USB output 1 supporting a maximum power profile of 100 watts. The input capacity is actually supporting a maximum of 600 watts from what I can see. Sorry, 65, what am I talking about? 65 watts input. You can see that at the top, which is phenomenal still. And then the secondary and third outputs, you're getting 45 watt max on the second USB output, USB-C output, and USB-A, you're getting 18 watt max on that as well. It also nicely shows the combination output. So if you're, for example, using USB-C 1 and 2, it shows you the split you get in power. You're getting a combined maximum output of 110 watts, which is actually incredible for a device like this. So you're getting 65 watts on one port and 45 watts on another port. That, by the way, is enough to run your Steam Deck and laptop in parallel. You know, using output 1 and 3 again, 65 watt and 18 watt. So the combinations are there, clear text, black and white. There's no question around what power output you're going to get when you're using all three of them as well. Output 1, 2 and 3 in combination, you're getting 65 watt and 15 watt max. If you're using the other two ports together, that's going to be combined 80 watt. So overall though, this thing is extremely capable. There's nothing else on any of the other sides other than this lovely orange color. And on the right hand side here we have the power button. So if I press that now, we're going to see the device screen has turned on, and it's showing that it's at 52% charge at the moment. And I think the best thing to do now is plug some devices in and let's see what happens. So I'm going to use the cable that's included, assuming it is going to be a 100 watt cable, and I'm going to plug it into the input. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plug this in. So this is also at, what is this, 46 charge. You probably can't see that properly because of the way the camera is picking up the refresh of that display. I don't know what's going to charge what here. This is going to be interesting. But if I say I'm going to turn this device on and I want to charge this, it does start charging, right? So it's gone the other way now. So this is going to be a bit tricky because I think it depends on which order you turn it on to understand. Yeah, okay, so now this is now being charged from this. You may or may not be able to see that there because the light is quite bright on top, but it's showing that we're charging. And what would be useful now is if I plug this device in to just see what power output I'm getting from here. Again, I don't think this thing is going to support 100 watt pass through, but we'll try it anyway just to see what we get. It shows me the direction. I'm currently going in the wrong direction, so if I hold the power button on here, I should be able to hopefully reverse that. The device is now showing me which way I'm going, which is correct. There you go. And you can see that 19.7 volts, 50. Look at the power output there. It did peak up to about 50 odd or 60 odd watts there. Now bear in mind, these things, they don't peak at 100 watts the whole time. That will be the initial part of the charge, right, for a little while. And we're seeing a very respectable power output there, yeah. So we're getting roughly 34 watts from power brick to power brick. Again, that could be a limitation of the cable. I'm just going to get one more cable out to test that again as well. This is another cable that just came with the actual other power bank. This came with the INIU. That is a lot older. So let's just test this out again to see what we can get. So I'll just hold that up there. Again, this is currently working in reverse. I'll just see what we get in reverse first. So we're going up to, we're reaching 60 watts. This is capable of 65 watt input for charging. So we can see that that definitely is true because it's taking that power in. Now if I reverse this, we're going to see power out now from that device going into here. And we can see that is, again, it's reaching about 60 watts there before it does renegotiation, probably because of the level of charge of my power pack, and it settles at about 34 watts again. So that's absolutely fine. And the reason why we're seeing that is we're already at 47% charge. Chances are if this was a lot lower percentage charge, then we would probably see that maintain a higher power wattage for a longer period. But on the plus side, this, even though it's at 50%, is still charging at 60 watts. So this thing is going to charge extremely fast and it's going to be ready to go very quick, which is really nice to see. Let's try charging a laptop from this device. Right, so my laptop here is an old Dell laptop. I think it supports 45 or 60 odd watts of charging. I can't remember what it needs, 60 watts, 65 watts, something like that. But it's not 100% charge, it's a 78% charge. I'm going to plug this in with the meter on it and we'll see what readings we get. So I've just plugged that into the C port now. 49% on the power pack as well. And I'm going to just read this off to you. I might even be able to hold it up close so you can see the reading yourself, but it is quite impressive. We're seeing that charging at 45 odd watts. I think you can see that. There you go, 43 watts, 42 watts, 44. So I think that's averaging, I'm going to say it's roughly 45 watts, 54 watts there as well. So it's doing what it needs to do. There is a little, now I'm probably throttling the charging capacity of this thing because of the actual, because of this device that I've got connected in, right? So I'm just going to remove that and plug it in again as well, just so you can see what's going on. And it's charging absolutely fine. So let's get rid of the laptop. Just before I get rid of the laptop, it's probably worth noting the charging time there as well, right? So it's showing that as well. It shows plugged in charging, and it's showing time to full charge is 25 minutes. So you can see that right roughly there. It may not be very focused, but time to full charge 25 minutes, 78%. So you can see this is not just powering the laptop. Sometimes when you get weak power banks, they're not going to supply enough power to actually charge the device. They might just keep the battery at a constant level and give you some more runtime. But this thing is actually going to charge the battery as well. So and you can see it's just gone up to 79%. So it most certainly is charging, and now it's down to 24 minutes. Let's try another device out. Completely dead Note 10 Ultra or Plus or whatever it was. I can't remember now. Lost track of all these things. Might have to pull off the case because I want to plug this little device in. Now I think this phone used to support 45 watt charging, if I remember correctly, right? So super fast charge 2.0 or whatever it was they used to call it. So long I can't even remember what power delivery profile it needed, to be honest, but let's see what happens there. So if we can get this thing to focus in, if I hide that orange maybe. All right, you can see it there. It's juicing up 26, 27 watts. Yeah, lovely. Maybe it used to support 25 watts. I can't remember actually. I'm about to lose my voice as well. But you get the idea. Very, very capable device. Might even just turn the phone on to see if it switches up to super fast charge. But I'll leave that there for a second. And I'll just talk a bit more about the device. So, again, 100 watt power delivery. You've got 3 charging ports, 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. Combined power output can peak at 110 watts max when you're charging 2 devices from both the C ports, which is, again, it's just phenomenal because, as I said, you could typically charge your laptop and probably play something like your Steam Deck at the same time without any issues whatsoever. And when you're done, depleting the charge in this thing, you plug it into your power bank. Again, you don't need a 100 watt output power pack. You just need something that does up to 65 watts, and you're going to be able to juice this thing back up to 100% in no time. The new technology they use, that tiny cell technology, makes these devices a lot smaller and lighter, and also they have a more efficient configuration as well. So they're not actually, they're typically with these power banks, you're not getting the full stated capacity for charging your devices, because some of the actual power goes to the internals. And in this case, just due to the newer technology, there's a what is stated as a 10% increase on the actual conversion. So you're getting a lot more of that 25,000 milliamp stated power to actually charge your devices with, rather than just wasting it on the internals. So on that note, I'll end this video. We'll have one last look at what's going on here before I end it. There you go. Right, still charging at a really good rate. I think it's charging at super fast 2.0, which means it's using Yeah, super fast 2.0. You can see that there as well. No gimmicks. It's charging perfectly fine. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave a product link for this with, you can get yourself a little discount as well in the description below. If you've got any questions at all about this, if there's any other tests you want me to do with any other devices, just let me know in the comment section and I'll try and record another video or update this one. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe in the bottom right hand corner, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.